listening live as Allen Fieldhouse starts to rock on a showdown between the two top-ranked teams in the country. Tonight's game, part of ESPN's Journey to the Tourney, presented by Sonic, season-long spotlight on games that will impact the tournament. And who is the real number one? Is it Kansas or is it Oklahoma? You see, the two big rating services today disagree. The writers say it's the Jayhawks. The coaches say, no way, it's gotta be OU. So I bring in my buddy Nick Vitale. Dickie V, answer the magic question. Who is number one?
Well, we're going to find out in about 2 hours, I guess most people will say. But let me remind you of this. This floor right here for Bill Self, he's 197-9. You heard me right. So difficult to win here, Brett. Oklahoma is a team that can do it. They have experience, they have people that can score, and they got a superstar.
Right, young buddy Hield is really lighting it up, Dick.
Well, he's shooting 49% from the three. He's shooting 90% from the free throw line, and he's missed the versatility with his scoring ability. He can score in a variety of ways. He's just explosive.
Now, for the Jayhawks, and it's a very veteran team, but we've got to talk about the improvement that Wayne Selden has shown.
Selden says he may be shooting 49%, but I'm shooting 55%. Look at those numbers this year versus last year. Hey, Brett, you want great players? We got great players. You want great coaches? We got great coaches. You want a great environment? We got a great environment. And we got Brett Musburger, a Hall of Famer.
Thank you, Dickie V. Settle back, everybody. Lend us your ears. Oklahoma will control the opening tap, and they will bring it down. One of the changes, Isaiah Cousins, number 11, operates at the point much more than he did a year ago. Now here's Ryan Spangler, one of their big fellas, and here's Hield, number 24. From the corner, missing on the first shot, Terry Ellis yanks it away for the Jayhawks.
Ellis such a solid interior player, rebounder, scorer, and now he's been making the threes. 9 for 17 shooting threes. Both these clubs so effective from the three. Defending the three will be big here today. Whoever gets that edge, I think, leaves with the W.
Nicholson steps out. Here is Graham, part of that two-guard tandem. And open is Mason, the other of the small fellas. And so both teams, there may be some jitters here early on. We'll see. 3 missed field goals, but OU controls it. Woodard with good hustle. Buddy Hield, the game's first field goal.
Well, he's not going to miss it. He's one of the premier scorers in America, after 24.5 a game. He's from out of Wichita, Kansas, where he played in high school at Sunrise Academy. They tried to recruit him, but he didn't recruit him heavy, he says, because he had such a loaded team with guards, Bill Self.
Yeah, before he came there, of course, he had played down in the Bahamas, and then he came to the prep school in Wichita. And now, one thing that Coach Kruger told you, Dick, he cannot afford a slow start like they had here last year. They were down by 20 in this game before they battled back.
Came back and they took a 7-point lead with 3 minutes to go and then lost by 8. And a year prior to that, they were down 16 and came back, took the lead and lost. So getting a good start is really vital to really maybe quiet the crowd down a little. This is one of the great environments in college basketball.
Absolutely, Dick. It certainly is all of that. With the screen, Hield goes back on the pick and roll. Beautiful play.
Nice diagonal pass. Good two-man action. They're so explosive. Both these teams really up there in the top 6 in America in scoring.
Nicholson down low, up over the top for the Jayhawks' first field goal.
You know, Nicholson's starting, but they got 3 guys that can rotate into that spot.
Spangler outside with good range, misses that shot. Nicholson to the rebound.
Spangler usually comes up big against quality opponents.
Graham pulls up and blocks the score at 5.
Both these teams are strong on the perimeter. They got threesomes on the perimeter that can play anywhere. Big-time players on the outside.
Cousins feeds Spank. Beautiful pass from the baseline by number 11.
Well, Cousins with the great vision and look, but what about the cut by Spangler? Had 20 and 12 Saturday in a win over against a quality Iowa State team.
Nicholson steps out. Hield rebounds.
Hield averages 5 rebounds a game as well. No doubt, Brad, we'll see him next year in the NBA. There's no doubt about it. He walked.
Travels.
Lifted his foot up. This guy's been a winner everywhere he's been. Whether it be at Kansas State, whether it be at Illinois, Florida, he took to the Final Four in '94. On a collegiate level, UNLV, quality in every way, Brad. As you told me earlier, this guy is a winner.
And he was a great player at Kansas State. He had a great game leading his alma mater to a victory here in Lawrence. And good defense on Ellis, no chance. And here comes Woodard on a run-in. Wrap, no. Good hustle D by the Jayhawks. And a foul is going to be called.
Woodard had a layup. He went to the other side to try and make it a little more difficult. Well, Woodard's a guy who was a point guard last year. He's converted, as you said earlier. Cousins now playing the point. So, in essence, they got 3 guys that can handle the ball on the perimeter.
And as you know, Dick, when you start to substitute, you can rest one of them and you can alternate them at the point. That
Absolutely.
gives the coach a luxury.
They shoot the ball so well, both clubs. Oklahoma's up there defensively in field goal percentage defensively. 37% teams shoot against them.
Selden, a 3-ball for the most improved player on the Jayhawks. Gives them a lead.
He's been on fire this year. One of the key reasons, he's much more comfortable. His mother has moved into town here and live it, and he says, she's my hero. She came from Roxbury, Massachusetts.
Hield can't gain it back, but Latin with an offensive rebound at his second day. She's probably also his favorite cook, my friend.
Absolutely.
Cousins rattles out, battle for the rebound, and here comes Graham, cross court to Selden.
Both clubs understand shot selection. They take quality shots. They always look for one another. They share the ball. They're all about winning. Their concept and theme is winning.
Again, Selden, not this time. Spangler cleans it out.
That time he shot that from Wichita. He shot that from Wichita.
Hield off the dribble is cut off. Good defense. Now he steps out with another screen and misses.
They like to really exchange a little handoff. Kansas likes to switch on that.
Graham inside. And again, it is Spangler. Dick Spangler's banging away with the defensive boards.
He's a physical presence, man. He's a tenacious, tough guy.
There's a blocking foul on Graham. We're going to have our first stoppage. Folks, let's hope that it's as good as advertised. Off to a fine start.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball, and the all-new 2016 Honda Civic.
Well, Dick, we've got one of the best of the business working the sidelines. And Holly Rowe, I know that Ryan Spangler, he was beat up a little bit by Iowa State, wasn't he?
Well, that's right. Saturday in the Big 12 opener, Oklahoma played Iowa State. About 13 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second half. Spangler bumped knees with another player pretty hard. He went limping up the tunnel, and everybody in Sooner Nation just held a collective breath as they saw what was wrong with their player. He said that he's got some type of an internal bruise. He has had some soreness, but he went through a complete practice yesterday. He's wearing an extra sleeve to support that knee, but he said nothing is going to keep him down in this game tonight, and boy, do they need him. 10 points, 11 rebounds. They need his presence in the post.
And Dick, I see that Jamari Traylor has checked in because of what Holly was telling us. They've got another big body out here, and he picks up Spangler right now.
Well, Traylor's an experienced player. He's a high riser. He plays really well on the defensive end. Look at the intensity out there. You can feel the electricity sitting at courtside.
Cousins with the pull-up, battle underneath, and Traylor winds up with it.
Kansas averages 88 points a game, 3rd in the nation.
A great steal by Woodard. Graham's back with him, and this time Woodard doesn't get too fancy as he drives for the layup.
Yeah, makes the simple layup right there. Good defensive play, great anticipation. They do a tremendous job defensively. They're 9th in the nation field goal percentage-wise, Oklahoma. And they've scored 80 points or more. Brent, you ready for this? Their last 7 games.
It's a different game in the college circuit. Over the top, tipped away by Spangler, who is very active. And here comes Cousins. Great bounce pass, but well defended, and a foul down below. Well, we've got 2 big college hoop games for you Saturday at 1 Eastern. Number 3 Maryland will go into Madison to take on Wisconsin. Then in the nightcap at 8, how about Jim Boeheim returning? He'll coach Syracuse. They'll take on North Carolina in the Carrier Dome. Both games streaming live on Watch ESPN.
Tough place to come, man, to face North Carolina. What about Bryce Johnson today? 39, unbelievable.
Misfiring underneath, and Green, who is also checked in. So neither team shooting especially well here in the early going, with OU leading it by a point, and Ellis with a spin move baseline, won't stay down, and into Buddy Hield's hands.
Buddy Hield's always in the attack mode. They try to get good spacing, to get a little one-on-one, utilize that driving ability.
The JC transfer, Manyang, number 30, is out there for OU. Our first look at him.
He's got big body on the inside, a little physical presence.
There you see a man who has just done one of the great coaching jobs in the country.
Well, he's Hall of Fame. I'm going to tell you, I pushed like heck about time. This is over the Hall of Fame. That's my next project. This guy belongs in the Hall of Fame. 11 consecutive Big 12 titles? That's unbelievable.
In this building, Dick, he has never lost on a Big Monday home game.
Wow.
Amazing. Here's Green's 3. Knocks it down. Good shooter, Brennan Green.
That's his great strength. His strength is making shots. He's had some issues off the court. He's been suspended a couple of times. A little immature. But I'm telling you one thing, he can flat out shoot the rock.
Terrific block, Dick.
Yeah, nice little play right there. Great rotation on defense. Great help. And there's the kick out. This guy is a shooter. He's a flat-out shooter, shooting like close to 60% from the 3.
11-9. Jayhawks lead it by 2. And an elbow foul.
You know, it's amazing, Brent. Think about this. You got 2 teams here shooting 46% and 45% from 3. You could take kids in practice with no defense and let them shoot, and many of them couldn't shoot that number.
At practice today, Hield hit 34 consecutive 3 balls. I don't think I've ever seen, well, yes, I have. I've been around Larry Bird. Okay, but that was pretty impressive. Alley-oop, and there underneath is Buddy Hield. And trailer went up. Was there interference on that? It looked like it, didn't it?
They wanted interference. He had 2 shots, but he wants the basket and the free throw. From my angle, it looked like there was a little interference up there. What did you see, Brent? You got 2 eyes, I got 1.
Dick, I thought the same thing here from this vantage point. And there we have John Higgins. Take a look, folks. Was there interference here? Oh, yeah, of course, his hand came up underneath. There's no question about that. That was basket interference. That one eye of yours is pretty good, partner.
I'll tell you one thing. This team can shoot free throws. Shoot 90% on the free throw line. Love to see stories like this where a kid comes from nowhere and becomes a star.
He has worked so hard at OU. He's come back for his senior season.
Jinxed him right there. Great personality, great attitude. Bill Self told me, said he's a terrific kid. So he's got a smile on his face. They better find Green, man. He can shoot the 3. They better find him.
Ellis. Quiet until he knocks that one down, and it's a 3-point lead, which in this game is big.
I'll tell you, Ellis has improved. He's 9 for 17 coming into this game, shooting 3s. Spangler's not a post-up player. He's more a face the basket player.
Buddy Hield off the dribble, knocks down the tying three.
What I like about him, he's calm, cool. I was talking to him before the game. I came and told you. I said, the kid is not nervous at all.
Oh, no. Delight to be around. Ellis, post down low. He's got those great low moves, and he gets it done.
Well, he got versatility. We just saw him shoot a three. He goes inside, outside.
Hield misses that time, and here's Ellis again now with a rebound. He's picked it up here for the Jayhawks.
Seems like he's been around about 10 years.
From three. Ellis on fire leads the Jayhawks to a 5-point lead. This is a big trip for Oklahoma. They don't want to lose contact in here.
This place is explosive, man. It's explosive, Mr. Musburger. It's unbelievable.
Walker rattles out, but there's a whistle underneath. So we've got a holding foul against the Jayhawks, it appeared, as we go to break now. So Perry Ellis lights a fire. 1 versus 1. Will the real number 1 please stand up? Well, we welcome you back with the Jayhawks led by Perry Ellis, who has scored the last 7 points. But Dick, what's interesting now is that the Jayhawks are suddenly hitting 50%. So the pressure is on that Oklahoma defense.
Well, right now the Oklahoma defense got to respond, but offensively they're going to start making some shots. And star players usually respond. Ellis has responded big time, and now Hield's got to counter that for Oklahoma. These are two quality basketball teams. There is no question that they're going to be vital forces come tournament time in March. Oklahoma trying to win here is so tough. There's a great column today by Tom Keegan. He wrote about how they're even in everything. And at the end he said, edge, Kansas, 16,300 and the fog.
The fog is alive tonight, even though the students are not back in school here. But the seats that they normally occupy are jammed. Walker drives in, left alone, and came up short, but battled back for the rebound.
Well, the little guy showed some tenacity here. Good second effort. And they're going to foul there underneath, too.
So Ellis picks up the personal right there when he reached in. So here comes Walker up to the free throw line.
I was talking to Bo coaching before the game about foul situations with Hield playing Selden and vice versa. Said not really worried about it. Both guys really move their feet well, and they really know how to defend, get good position. A nice step out. What a great pass. I mean, it's been the Ellis show. It has been the Ellis show. He's been a flat-out PTPer, primetime performer, scoring, and that pass right there, drawing the defense to him, Mr. Musburger.
And he hit Carlton Bragg, one of the talented freshmen, Dick, who scored his first field goal of this game.
Oh, I got to make that layup. Great look by Hield. And he missed the layup on the inside.
Selden pulls it up. 22-16.
Nothing like having Mama home with you. Mama, man, he said, that's my hero. My mom's my hero.
Cousins off the drive, and Ellis yanks it down again.
Ron Kruger said we got to really stop and not allow them to go on a spurt. This guy's
what they're doing. That's what they're doing right now. An 8-point lead. They build their biggest margin here of the first half.
And it's all Ellis. Ellis has been the show.
But this defense has been very good for the Jayhawks. They are causing Oklahoma big trouble. If there's any weakness with OU, they do not have that big presence for rebound down low to help out in these situations.
And they don't have really post presence or offensively. Ellis has been sensational.
As he takes his first break.
I think Lon Kruger liked to see that, him going to the sideline, because he was in a rhythm. He was really on fire.
But now we're going to take a look for the first time at Landon Lucas, 6'10", He's a junior out of Portland, Oregon. He'll work with Bragg, the freshman. This is Bragg handling the ball. Those of you who are watching Kansas for the first time.
And that's
they
where
go in low. Lucas's shot is blocked.
Lucas is a physical presence down on a low post. He's an experienced player.
They turn it over. Jayhawks coming back. Graham operating at the point. He and Mason can interchange. Lucas again down low. Couldn't do it. And away comes Cousins and the Sooners.
Sooners like to run, baby, run. That's their game. Run, baby, run. Kansas doing a great job defensively getting back.
Hield's on the free throw line.
He'll create foul opportunities, plays so hard. He's one of the leading guys for Player of the Year honors. I know you talk about guys like certainly Denzel Valentine. In fact, that's the only game they lost, Brett. I did that first game with Dan Shulman. They lost in that game against Michigan State. They were up 13, and then you had to see the show Denzel Valentine put out. Valentine was unbelievable. He had 29, 12, and 12. He was so good that Magic Johnson, one of my favorite players of all time, called him up after the game on his cell phone. He ever call you up?
Magic?
I call you up.
You do a lot.
Hey, I want to thank your wife, Arlene. I know you didn't set up those beautiful Montana Monster cookies for the holidays.
She's got you on the top of her list. He'll knock it down. You and Lorraine. 24-18, Jayhawks leading the Sooners here. And this has been a real good burst. And I think it's the reason why the Jayhawks were installed as a pretty substantial favorite in this game. Surprised some of us on the drive, but they're showing its class. And there was a whistle, so that shot won't count whether it goes in or not. Ball out of bounds belongs back to the Sooners, who are looking for a little bit of a spurt of their own. Cousins handling the ball right now. And also on the floor is Dante Buford, one of their freshmen.
Graham matched up with Cousins. Graham had a layup down at the other end. He tried to be a little too unselfish.
This is Buford, number 21, off the drive, and he is met down low by another one of the youngsters down there. And I believe that was D'Lo. Watch D'Lo down here, Dick.
I mean, they are physical on the inside. Buford's a high riser. He can really bounce off the floor. He's got great legs, tremendous athlete.
He's out of Greenville, South Carolina.
Ron Kruger couldn't emphasize enough how vital it was that they don't go in halftime down big like they did the last two times coming here. Mason be real quiet. Cousins on Mason right now.
I want to see if D'Lo inside. A lot of fans want to watch him, number 13. He was kept out of about 5 games until he cleared the NCAA. Here's Bragg. Missing from the perimeter.
They're high on Bragg. I think Bragg eventually is going to be a very good player like Diallo.
Cousins takes it in. It's one and done for the Sooners at that offensive end if they don't put it in the hoop, and Green is fouled.
They're trying to make
Cousins,
sure
I believe, got him. Ellis will be checking back in. He has been the leader of the Jayhawk offense here tonight as we take a break with the Jayhawks leading it by 5.
Hey, Boyd now, every possession. Boyd, nothing bad. Y'all won now, don't get another one. I ain't getting another one. I know. Those aren't good shots. Don't just try to get shots off. Shoot jumpers, come on now. That was the best shot. Yeah, running going left. Come on now. Get what you want out of them down there. Come on, go. Guard.
So we've got Coach wired up for this game, and Cousins is 0 of 6 tonight. Now on Saturday in the first half against Iowa State, he was also 0 of 6. He's sitting because he did pick up another foul. He has 2 fouls, as does Selden of the Jayhawks. So Kruger needs Cousins back on the floor in a leadership capacity.
Hey, but you're right about him being 0 for 6 against Iowa State. Second half, though, he was on fire, had 15, and he was the key reason they won that game.
Mason knocks down a J. with 7.5 minutes to go.
He's been a solid player all year for them on the perimeter.
Spangler. And it's one and done.
Normally an outstanding shooting team. Oklahoma struggling shooting the rock. 6 for 24 so far in this game.
Great defensive play by Spangler. Gives them another opportunity here.
The great reaction, good help. Fouled him right there, though, but good recovery. I'll tell you one thing, they're not getting easy shots right now, Oklahoma. They're being challenged on every shot, and they're shooting 25%. Normally they shoot as a team 50%.
One of the problems, Dick, with OU is they live with that three ball at the perimeter. And when things aren't going well when you're on the road, it's nice to punch it into somebody and get yourself an easy hoop. They're 2 of 9 on the outside. There's collision down here. Mason goes down, and the foul is going to be called.
Also, they usually get a lot of layups in transition, but they're doing a great job, Kansas, with their defensive transition, so they're negating that. But they're also, you got to remember this with the three ball. They've right now made 10 or more threes 7 times this year. And they've beaten some quality teams. They beat Villanova with the three ball. And Villanova's an outstanding team.
Ellis in low. This time the Sooners clear it out. Woodard.
Diallo out there, shot blocker, limited.
Buford on the drive. Ellis pulls it away.
Diallo limited offensively, but they think he's going to eventually be a very good player.
Green with the three ball.
Look at Kansas get back, Brad. Look at him get back. Make you always get a difficult shot.
Hield, though, with a terrific driving field goal.
That's a big-time move right there. He's a solid goal performer. He's one of my 5 guys I would have in there leading for Player of the Year honors.
Barry Ellis working the baseline. Good defense that time over there by the Sooners, so it's ball out of bounds. 20 on the shot clock. Jayhawks lead it by 5.
Jayhawks doing a great job on the defensive end and also knowing to get the ball to Ellis, who's been so effective and so efficient.
Mason back to Ellis.
Keeping the ball alive was Diallo, giving him a second opportunity. Fed it down to the diaper dandy Diallo for keeping it alive.
Diallo, if he matures like Coach Self hopes and thinks, this team is going to be a major contender to cut down the nets and win a national championship.
You know, Brent, Diallo is a lot like the kid at Kentucky, Labiziere. Those 2 guys have a lot of potential, but people got to be patient with them. They just kids learning how to play. They don't understand all the nuances of the game. In high school, they could dominate with their size, but now they're meeting people that size. But eventually, with patience and coaching, they will be quality players.
Green with the turnover for the Jayhawks.
Bad play.
Pull it up. Knocked down the three ball. And it's an 11-point Jayhawk lead, biggest of the game.
Green's like a layup shooting the 3. If he gets space, that baby's going down. Nothing but nylon. This is danger time right now for Oklahoma. Danger time.
Woodard has it knocked away and out of bounds. The Jayhawks are off to a terrific start here. Got a timeout has been called at the 5:32. Folks, listen up to the Allen Fieldhouse. It is 32-21, and let's go over to Holly Rowe.
Well, guys, I talked to some of the Oklahoma players about how they stay in this game more, and their whole point was they could not get sped up. They knew this atmosphere was going to be big. They knew they were going to get excited, but now they're going too fast. 4 turnovers for this Sooner team and too many empty possessions. That was their whole goal, to avoid that against the Jayhawks. They've got to have a good possession here.
They got to start making some threes. That's been their key all year, making threes, and they have not been able to make them.
Having trouble with the 2 also. They're just not. Shooting was Christian James on the floor. One of their youngins with that miss.
Ty Green's giving Kansas a big lift off the bench with 2 big threes.
Diallo, here's the youngster, gives it back to Green. Came out, showed good speed to come on top and screen. Great movement by Diallo that time, and a miss, and that's stripped away by James.
Tell you one thing, Kansas really negating the running game of Oklahoma.
There's your 3 ball from Hield.
Well, why not? Why not the star? That's what you want stars to do. Make big plays. You want stars to perform. That's why I want you to perform. Stars perform.
Diallo steps out, Dick. I've been impressed with him starting to move around like that. He was running the pick and roll up high that time. Turn it over as Graham. Here's a lead pass, and Hield loses the dribble, battles for it, got it. He spots up, fires again. No, that's Spangler.
Oh, Mr. Spangler. Mr. Spangler up on top. He's such a physical force. What an improved player. Ask the people of Iowa State. He had 20 and 12. And that was a tough loss. Steve Prohm said it was a sickening loss because we played so well.
Timeout in Lawrence.
Jeep halftime report. We will focus on what Bryce Johnson did tonight at Florida State, something no one has ever done there before. Massive night for Johnson. Plus, Jay and Seth break down the first half of this 1 versus 1. Brent?
All right, Carl. And Dick, 14 of their 26 points belong to Buddy Hield here tonight.
Well, that's what you expect stars to do, and he's responding. We're going to take a look at Buddy right here. He makes a big 3 because they were struggling. Good at an arc, great rotation. And they're going to watch here Spangler. That big presence inside with the offensive rebound. Right now they're shooting 3 for 11. Put it in perspective, when they beat Villanova, they were 14 for 26 shooting the threes against Jay Wright's outstanding team.
4 points and 4 rebounds for Spangler here tonight.
They're switching. Ellis goes down deep, had the ball in low.
And stayed with it.
He has really come alive from the perimeter on the inside. They got to match up a lot better. Spangler's got to play him a lot tougher.
Spangler bottled, so it'll be Buford.
You said it, Brent. Live by the 3. You can die by that 3.
Mickelson. Mikhailuk couldn't get a handle, but he hustled ball part of the play, and it's Mickelson stripped away. Ball out of bounds. Woodard was underneath, knocking it away, and the ball went out of bounds, so it will go to the Jayhawks.
You know, Woodard's got to really give him some life, too. He's 0 for 1 shooting the 3. He's shooting over 50% from the trifecta this year.
So here's who Oklahoma really needs to come alive underneath, is Kadeem Latin, who is checked back in.
Remember the name? His dad? Granddad?
Big Daddy.
David Latin played on a great team in '66 for Don Haskins that upset Kentucky and won the national title. Did a movie on him, Glory Road.
Mikhailuk from the corner.
They think he can be a star. They think that Mikhailuk can be a star.
And Woodard with a driving layup at the other end is fouled also.
Mikhailuk's a guy with a lot of ability, just been inconsistent. They're a deep team, Brett. They're a very deep basketball team and a talented team.
Yeah, the Jayhawks are one of those teams, folks. If these big fellas come along, they've got April written all over.
Well, you know, the bottom line out there in college basketball, there aren't any great teams. There are a lot of quality good teams, but not great teams.
This might become a great team, Dick, if that youngster comes alive. I tell you, this is a very, very deep, and they're led by veterans. We're looking at a lot of seniors out here.
Yeah, that's really very unique when you took a Power 5 conference to have this kind of experience.
Mason misses, battle for the rebound. Here comes Buddy Hield away now. And the drive in.
He can drive, man, in the open court. He's going to be a very good NBA player. He has an NBA-style game, strong in transition.
Cousins, of course, with 2 fouls, continues to watch. And Mikhailuk couldn't make that one.
Can't give him
but
second.
Nicholson got the rebound, driving in, intercepted now. And that was a great play by James at the other end. He's on the free throw line.
I'll tell you one thing, offensively, they put pressure on you. If you're not good defensively in transition, they're going to run you out. And that's why they've scored 80 or more the last 6 games. You know, you talk about experience. Think about this. Oklahoma has 4 starters that have started 80 games. 80 games. On the other end, you look at Kansas, they got a host of guys that started with Selden and Ellis and that whole club, Mason. You don't see that in Power 5 conferences of the winning elite programs. So to have that familiarity is a big, big plus.
The one problem that poses for Self, of course, finding the minutes for everybody. That's up to him, and that's why he's one of the great quality coaches.
And that's why his check's pretty good, too. His check's up there with you. You know what I mean? He gets the big cash because he can do that.
Blocked away now. Here's Mason, spot 3. Yes.
Can't give them open looks. They can all shoot the 3, man.
Hield at the other end responds.
Isn't he a great player? He's a terrific college player. Man, it's a pleasure to sit here at courtside. Don't tell our bosses we're stealing money sitting here, buddy.
Easy, easy.
Oh,
now.
easy.
Ellis steps back out. And Spangler yanks it away. Take OU down by 5, hanging in there now.
Well, with a guy like Hield, he get back quickly.
Look at this, back-to-back threes. That's Woodard knocking that one down. Look what we've got. 2-point game. This is hanging in the neighborhood with Cousins out with 2 fouls. And Mason drives. And here come the Sooners again.
3-ball time, baby. 3-ball time will do that. It'll give you momentum. And they got a lot of weapons that can shoot that 3.
Boomer.
Oh, here they come, baby. They're on fire. They're on fire. Call the fire chief, man. They're burning the nuts now.
They take a 41-40 lead. Dick, we're coming down on the last half minute. What a terrific half of college basketball here tonight.
I like the tempo, the fast-paced game, exciting. I think Ron Kruger at least has one good thing happening. They didn't get away from him at halftime like the last 2 times they came here.
Graham off the dribble, kicks it away. Mikhailuk was driving hard toward the hoop that time. And I think Graham thought he was going to spot up, so he fired it hard over to the side, and Traylor returns for Coach Self.
A little frustration out of Graham right there. He thought he was cutting, looking for him. Didn't happen. Right now, holding for the last shot. Watch Spangler on the offensive glass.
Hield is fouled and Self is loose.
Oh, look at those.
He's got a tee.
Teed him up.
They teed him up.
Oh, he teed him up quickly. Came out of that box. John Higgins on the game. Here's the ref that threw out Bob Hurley yesterday. Oh, he teed up Self. I mean, quick. That was a good defensive play. That was a good defensive play. Sometimes, as an official, you got to let a guy vent a little bit, especially if the call is questionable.
Well, we know who will come out to shoot the tee. Hield.
Shoot 90%. You got to scoop, my friend, if anybody else going to shoot the free throws.
Higgins is over, trying to calm Self down.
Take a look right here, man. He goes up. He's got ball, man. He's got all ball. He's got all ball.
And that's what Self saw.
Yeah, that's what we all saw. And sometimes as an official, you got to let a guy vent a little bit. I mean, you can't let him get totally out of control.
But Hield, Dick, with 21 points. OU at one time trailed by 11 points with 5:51 to go. They have battled back. They have taken a 3-point lead here.
Well, very similar in the Michigan State game. They were up 13, and then it was the Denzel Valentine show. He put a show on, and here now we see the same scenario out of Hield. He's doing a Denzel Valentine kind of performance. Last time they lost here, they've won 31 in a row. Last team to beat him here, Steve Fisher and San Diego State. They beat him here on January 5th, 2014. Buddy Hield going to the free throw line. Bill Self is not a happy camper. He is not a happy camper.
He's now 5 of 7. .9 remaining. Walker returns. And Coach Kruger will put him in the backcourt. There's 3.9. Now Jayhawks have to hurry here.
Put a little pressure on the one to get the good shot. He got one off. I'll tell you one thing, this Oklahoma team is explosive. They can put points on the board so quickly. This crowd screaming and yelling about a call.
And Coach Kruger is with Holly, so let's go there now.
Well, Coach, your team got down by 11. What changed in that moment for you to go on this big run to end the half?
Made some shots there late, you know, that we hadn't been making earlier, but, you know, guys got to be just a little more patient offensively, stay aggressive, but keep the ball moving.
How does that help you guys mentally to know that you can go into the locker room with a lead at home against Kansas?
Well, rather be ahead than behind. You know, that's the starting point, but guys know they got a lot of work to do, and we got to hang in there and be a little tougher.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Hield with 22, 6 of 11 from the field. He was 4 of 7 shooting the 3-ball, and he added 6 of 8 from the free throw line. And yes, Buddy Hield with 4 rebounds. Let's go to the studio. Underdog Oklahoma returns to the court with a 4-point lead over the Kansas Jayhawks. And tonight's game is part of ESPN's Journey to the Tourney, presented by Sonic. Season-long spotlight on games that will impact the tournament. Well, Dick, that was some surge at the end of the first half. And the coaches of the Jayhawks very upset because they couldn't get to the free throw line.
Well, they couldn't get to the free throw line. That was a big differential, and the reason for that was the play of Hield. He created foul opportunities with his driving ability, but that was a big trifecta. They hit actually 3 big threes at the end to go on an incredible spurt. Woodard hit 2 and Hield hit 1. Nothing like the 3-ball, man, to give you some momentum. And then this was a big play right there. Technical foul call. Bill Self goes, wow. He was upset. He thought he had all ball. I thought he had all ball. He quickly hit him with the tee.
And that was a look at our Sonic showdown. This shows you that the Sooners ended the half on that 12-0 run. Buddy Hield with 22 points. That's half the Sooners total. But at the free throw line, OU was 10 of 15, and the Jayhawks shot only 1 free throw.
Well, they were shooting mostly jump shots. They were not driving when you look at Kansas. On the other side, Hield was really going to the basket big time.
So let's go to Holly Rowe.
Well, their leading scorer for Kansas, Wayne Selden, was on the bench much of the first half with 2 fouls because he started out guarding Buddy Hield. So Bill Self is making a change here. You're going to see Devontae Graham doing Buddy Hield on defense. He's got a little bit more quickness. They think he can stick with Buddy Hield a little bit better. That should help to keep their leading scorer, Selden, on the floor.
Well, you know, Holly, in that matchup there, Hield has size. He can shoot over the top of Graham.
And the Sooners have the basketball right now, so Hield will still learn. Great feed. Spangler twists it in.
He really does a great job running the court for a big guy. He goes from one end of the floor to the other really well, Brent.
Coach Kruger starting to feel it a little bit here. A long way to go.
There's a long way to go.
Graham, nice floater on the penetrating move.
Got right into a seam, attacked it. good off the bounce. All these kids are really good off the bounce. The 3 perimeter players of both teams.
Cousins with the 2 personals.
They try to run that little handoff, high post screen.
Cousins has the ball back, hits Spangler.
Cousins got to get going. Really was 0 for 6, struggle. Very similar scene as the Iowa State game.
Spangler on fire. Drains a tray.
He has become such a factor. Big games, he responds.
Ellis misfires, and now it's 1 and done.
Look at his club run.
Great energy
Look at
here.
his club run.
Oh,
defensive
mercy.
play.
Down on the floor as he skied coming in, shaking up.
Trailer.
Yeah, Trailer went down hard, Dick.
He did a terrific job defensively. He's a solid defensive player, limited offensively. Great effort by Trailer. Looked like they had a layup, and Trailer just came from nowhere. Watch his defensive play. I mean, he smothered that ball. Ooh, came down hard.
Mercy.
See, Hield's got size over Graham. He's got quickness, though, Graham.
So here comes Cousins attacking, floating, tap back. Latin stays with it, and Trailer finally clears for the Jayhawks. Selden.
And really working on the glass. Very active. Certainly a different player than his granddaddy. He was a wide body, David Latin, for that great Texas El Paso team.
Woodard off the drive. Float. What a great finish by Latin that time.
What a tremendous pass, though. What a terrific look by Woodard, showing some of those skills as a point guard. He's moved over to the 2-guard slot, but he shows some good skills as a point guard right there. And Kruger, Steve Henson, that whole staff really excited on that sideline.
Why not? They built a 9-point lead after being down by 11 in the first half.
That's 20-point turnaround. Even I can figure that out, and I can't go to spell Harvard.
Ellis on the drive. And it's 1 and done.
Look at him run.
Latin
He got
gives it.
fouled.
Graham fouls him.
Oh.
And now there's a collision.
Football team should have played that hard, man. I see where they got a transfer coming in.
Yeah, well, you know, they have Kyler Murray coming in from Texas A&M. Meanwhile, we learn that the quarterback from OU, Trevor Knight, has transferred to Texas A&M. He made the announcement.
What are they doing, trading players down to college level? What are they going to trading on a college level, Brett? You got to stop that.
Pull up by Woodard.
Selden only played 9 minutes. They got to get him going. He's been sensational all year.
Driving through is Mason.
Frank Mason, a strong driver. They got Mason now playing Hield.
Spangler's outside. They've got to watch him when he steps out.
He's a stretch 4, man. He can stretch the defense with his range as a shooter. Every big game, whether it be Wisconsin, Villanova, Memphis, Iowa State, he goes 15 and 12 average in those 4 games. He likes the big moment.
Mason, and it's 1 and done, and here they come. Cousins up the floor to Buddy Hield. Great
Look at
pass.
them run.
Oh, Whaler with a spectacular defensive play. Latin is still down. And Ellis comes to the free throw line, but Latin slow to get up at the other end. Now he's back up. He tells the bench that he's going to be okay.
I'm going to tell you this, Trailer's not going to get a lot of points in the book, but I'm going to tell you, he's made some great defensive plays. He took away a layup there, and he took one away earlier, giving everything he has. I love kids that give everything they have. Play with passion, play with pride, play with feeling, play with intensity, play with emotion like you.
You're my man.
Brett, we may be 152 years in total age, but we act about 12, my friend. See, I'm bringing you down to my level. I'm bringing you down to my level.
That's true, though.
Oh, have fun. If you can't have fun.
If you can't have fun watching sports,
wow.
what the heck, you know? So now, looks like there's a technical foul. Might have a double technical.
What was the double technical?
They're taking a look at the monitor. John Higgins over at the monitor. We know that Selden is involved in this, Dick, and let's see if he picks up his third foul here.
That would be major, major.
He cleared it out, and then there was a whistle.
Oh, there it is right there.
Right there when he bumped into Spangler,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's uncalled for. You don't need that kind of stuff, man. You really don't need that. You end up hurting your team. They need you as a player. You're having a great, great year. I don't understand the double, though, technical possible.
Well, yeah, because it didn't look like Spangler unless he said something over there. I mean, that's always possible, Dick, if there was...
Yeah. I didn't see anything physical.
It looks like John is pointing at both of them. To me, anyhow, when he walked over there.
He might have said something.
Carefully checking the monitor. As you pointed out in the first half, of course, Bobby Hurley coaching. It is going to be a double technical, but Woodard is involved for Oklahoma. And Selden, of course, so Woodard will be the other one. And Selden picks up number 3, which is, as you said, Dick, that's very big in this game.
Yeah, because he's been sensational all year. Shooting better than 50% from the 3, making big plays.
So this Ellis is going to come up and shoot free throws.
On the right, red 10, technical foul, Tony made it each other. We shoot 2 shots for the personal for the shot. Not shoot for technical.
There's no shooting the technicals on a double technical. These are the personal fouls that he's shooting right here.
And that was nice of John Higgins to come over, Dick, and have that conversation. And
said they were
so we
running
could pass it on to the fans. Yeah, it looked like they were chipping down there, right? A little trash talking going on, so they decided to clean it up. Ellis misses that free throw, and Spangler pulls it away. So 54-45. Underdog Oklahoma with a nice lead here in the second half and playing very well.
Mason doing a good job keeping the ball away from Hield. He's in complete denial, trying to keep the ball away. See, denying the ball. If you can't touch the ball, you can't score. What a pass.
Spangler on the drive, feeds Latin. It's a charging call.
He charged after he dropped the dime.
So Spangler able to step out and drain the 3 ball. And that's one of the differences for OU.
Guys, we got to come out here and have a lot more energy than they got. They think they're going to come out and play on emotion right here. We got to have more than they got. Yeah. More than they got right here. Great job all day long. But guys, it's only beginning now. Only beginning here. They got a transition on it because we weren't back ready. Right? Run back, run back, run back.
Rare in college basketball when the AP number 1 plays the AP number 2. And that's the first time, of course, since 2013, Michigan State defeated Kentucky. And first year at the Allen Fieldhouse since back in 1990 when Missouri took down the Jayhawks. So here they come. Jayhawks trail it 54-45, about 15 and a half to go. Selden puts it inside to Perry Ellis. Traylor on the drive, kisses it off the glass. You know, Dick, what's interesting here in the second half, Buddy Hield has not even taken a shot yet for OU.
The reason they're keeping the ball away, they're in complete denial, trying to keep the ball out of his hands. He's going to have utilize screens to get that ball. And Traylor has given him a big lift defensively, and then the conversion on the offensive side. See right now, Buddy Hield's having a tough time getting free for the basketball.
So the out-of-bounds play following the foul. Woodard with Graham flying at him. Ellis rebounds.
I feel a little run coming on by the Jayhawks. Mr. Musburger.
They're going to need a score. Both Graham and Mason are out there with Selden, Ellis, and Traylor.
Selden's got those 3 fouls. Oh, bad
Stolen
pass.
on a bad pass. Cousins in the passing lane. Feeds Spangler. Kick. And there's a foul called, and it's another offensive foul. Out of control when he fed the ball to the corner. And that's Spangler's number 3. So that is a big moment here in the second half.
They're limited with their size that they can bring off the bench.
It looks like going to bring Buford back in.
He's an athlete, a high riser, jumper.
But they'll give Spangler a rest with the 3. Pull up by Graham, rattles into Spangler's hands.
Had a wide open shot right there, didn't convert. What a nice drive.
Woodard, and Latin finishes.
Oh, the diagonal pass. He threw up. I thought he was taking a shot. A little diagonal pass. I'm going to tell you, they're so explosive. They're going to blow some people out big time.
Ellis inside.
Not falling for him right now. He's 5 for 17. And it went down one spurt where he hit about 3 in a row.
Kansas basketball out of bounds.
Take a look right here. I thought he was shooting it, Brett. He throws it up on lob. There's the dunk by Latin.
And Spangler sits with his 3rd personal right now. So we'll see what the youngster Buford can do and how you can hold up here with the veteran on the bench. And Selden loose and into Mason's hands. Selden steps out for the 3. And underneath is Traylor battling rebound and put back. No Spangler.
I'm going to tell you, Traylor doing one heck of a job for them. You talk about a guy that's giving him a lift off the bench, defensively and offensively. And you're right, Spangler really hurts.
Cousins misfires again.
Cousins having a tough night.
But Cousins able. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. It looked like he had a big steal. And again, I think Coach Kruger's on him about his shot selection.
That's the key to winning basketball games. It's quality competition. Understanding what a good shot is. Somehow, some way, they got to get Hield free. They got to set some screens for him.
Cousins is 0 for 8.
You and I could shoot 0 for 8. 0 for 8's not going to get it done.
And it looks like Woodard is going to take a seat, Dick, and Walker will replace him for OU here at the 13:29 mark.
Try to give him a little rest here, up 7.
Graham, Latin with good defensive influence, and this ball goes over to OU.
I think Latin and Traylor guys don't get a lot of headlines, but they're so active on the defensive side. Have that shot blocking dimension.
It looks like the Jayhawks are going to be looking for the 3 ball. Green has checked back in.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to find him now. If you're Oklahoma, you can't let him spot up and shoot a 3.
Buddy Hield is fouled underneath, and he's coming to the free throw line. That was Mason who fouled him. Oh, this is something, Dick. Tomorrow night, Super Tuesday on ESPN. Ben Simmons, considered by many as the best freshman, leads LSU against Kentucky at 9 Eastern. And what's your feeling about LSU Kentucky?
Well, you know, you talk about LSU. Simmons coming off a great performance. He had 36 points, 14 rebounds against Vanderbilt in a big win. The big question, I agree, I read a quote from Jay Billis, and I agree with him. What about winning? He's got to be able to learn to take your club to the winning circle, and he did that against Vanderbilt. He's a terrific talent. There's no question. If I had to talk about 5 players being 5 guys for Player of the Year honors, he'd be in that mix.
Player of the year, the freshman. Is that what I heard you say?
Yeah, player of the year. He's that good.
Interesting.
Oh, he'll be #1 in the draft. There's no doubt about it.
Interesting.
LeBron James says he's the real deal, and that's enough for me, because King James knows what he's talking about.
There's Ellison underneath. You know, you and I are going to go see him in Baton Rouge, and Oklahoma is going to be in there.
Yeah, I can't wait to go there.
It's a Saturday afternoon in January.
Good move right there by Ellis, using that left hand. He's able to use either hand. You know they're not going away, I'll tell you that. This crowd won't let him get away. This is one of the great crowds in feeding off it. They feed off this crowd.
It's a bad pass. Here comes Selden. He's got Walker. He's going to drive with a jam. That'll lift it up.
Are you serious, Mr. Selden? Are you serious? That's a momentum builder, man. That's an Uncle Mo momentum builder. You write that score down. 12:08 on the clock. 5 points down. Big play by Selden. Here he comes. You expect stars to be stars, and he's a star. And there's the jam. Stars rise to the occasion, like you do with that magical. We're looking live. You're looking live.
How lucky am I to come from Pasadena, California, the Rose Bowl, and then come here with you and have a 1 versus 2 or a 1-1, depending on which bowl you want to believe.
But the Rose Bowl was blowout city. What about McCaffrey? How real is he? Oh.
Had a great game, didn't he, Dick? And,
yeah.
You know, it was, speaking of football, the Big 12 was 3-4 overall, and they had a couple of great wins late. TCU had the biggest one, down 31-0 to Oregon. They won that bowl game. And in West Virginia, won a wild game over Arizona State. So congratulations to those two teams in the Big 12. Great performance. Here we go now with OU, 58-53, leading the Jayhawks by 5.
They need a lift right now. This is where Buddy Hield's got to step up. Look at the guy hugging him. Look at the defensive play. Right up on Mason. Look at Mason taking the challenge. Getting over the screen.
Knocked away from Hield by Mason. Mason's right with him.
Look at Mason. 3.
Hounding him.
Oh, right in his face.
Buddy Hield fires a 3-ball. Wow.
Is that a big-time shot? Hey, Chad Ford, I love you. You do a great job. You better move him up that list. 29. He's better than that.
And Selden answers at the other end. Game on.
Selden. Hield, stars rising to the occasion. Oh, this is absolutely a delight here tonight, Mr. Musburger.
You got that right. Here's Cousin.
Gotta get better spacing. They're trying to get him one-on-one.
Walker pulls it up on Selden, misfires. Jayhawk basketball. You called it, Dick. You said you could feel the run coming.
They need a defensive stop here. This place will explode.
Selden is fouled. So, as Dick Vitale says, the Stars have to step up. First, it was number 24, answering some tough defense by Mason. They go one-on-one. 2-4 wins that one, Dick. Then the other end.
He steps away, and then Mr. Selden says, anything you can do, buddy, I can do even a little better. Nothing but nylon. It's showtime. Don't go away, people.
As we take a look at tonight's Wendy's Wooden Watch, and Dick Buddy Hield with 27 and Perry Ellis with 14.
Now, Hield made a great three because Mason was right up in his face.
Mason taking the ball out of bounds here, just inside of 11 minutes, and he gets it back, screened by Ellis. Wouldn't fall. Buddy Hield, strong rebound.
He's a strong rebounder for a guy who plays the guard slot. He averages over 5 rebounds a game. I love the challenge that Mason's taking, trying to stop this offensive machine. And he's like a machine, which he can score in so many different ways.
Back to Buford.
Look at Mason now. Look at the great defensive balance. I mean, he's making him give the ball up.
Buford misses. Jayhawk basketball.
created by the defensive Mason.
Selden on the attack. Kansas ball out of bounds.
It's great to see quality competition, kids playing hard, kids playing with feeling, playing together.
Yeah, the Big 12, this is a banner year for them, Dick. This is the best they've been in several years overall.
Could be the best conference in basketball. You got to wait a little while now. We can let some basketball play, but they got a great chance to be the best conference in basketball.
Ellis on the inside.
That's just terrific execution. Offensively, very efficient. Knowing where your key player is as a key component, locking him out of box.
Listen to this Allen crowd.
What a defensive play by Ellis, rotating over. Looked like they had a layup, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma brings it back.
They got it down to 3, Brett.
Spangler back on the floor with the 3 fouls.
They need him on the floor.
Walker, tap back, Buddy Hield. You know, you called it. He's so athletic, so good around the rim.
He's a terrific rebounder for his size. He's one of my 5 best, man. I'll tell you right now, if I had 5 guys that really would be my candidates for player of the years, he would be one of these 5.
Watch where he comes from. Just what Dick is talking about here. Folks, watch how he handles himself here.
Look at him right now, going right down the gut of the defense. Look at nobody blocks him out. Left hand, the tip. My 5, I'm going to give you, Brent, who I really like. Chris Dunn of Providence. I love Buddy Hield. You got to like Ben Simmons, Denzel Valentine. I'm going to give you a sleeper kid. Kay Felder from out of Oakland University.
Mason on the floater for the Jayhawks. Back to within 3.
Here they come. Mason doing a job defensively and offensively. Oh, I love this crowd. I love this crowd.
Woodard off the front of the iron, but look at that strong Walker was the right man in the right place.
Great balance Mason has defensively. And he gets over the top of the screen.
Woodard, what a huge 3, Dick.
He had 2 big threes in that first half at the end of the half. He's he shoots over 50% from the 3.
Think about that, taking him off the point, and he has become a major shooter here. Knocked away by Latin. Into Woodard's hands, turnover, feed, Spangler, a run, and Self's got to have a timeout. He's got to stop this bleeding right now.
Get a TO, baby, as Brent says. My coach, Brent Musburger, says.
I learned that from you.
I want to see you coach. I want to see you coach. What a great play. I love the way Spangler runs the court. He gets out in transition. Oklahoma, Kansas, both number 1s. Who's going to be number 1 at the end of the night? There's Spangler.
Well, coming up next, 2 of our buddies, John Anderson, Steve Levy, Sports Center. They'll have all the highlights, college basketball, great action, the association, and the NHL. Sports Center at night. John Anderson out of Missouri, a great Hoops fan.
Oh, they're 2 great guys. Both guys do a great job. Steve loves his hockey.
Dick, the last time the Jayhawks led, 1:10 remaining in the first half, 40-38. So OU has protected that lead, 8 minutes remaining.
They made some big threes. Now here, Kansas made a run.
Turn it over.
And a big 3 by Woodard was big.
So we've got a timeout just inside that 8-minute mark here at Allen Fieldhouse. 8-point Sooner lead.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball.
So we are back with Oklahoma leading and Lon Kruger's 5th season, and the Sooners haven't won here at Allen since 1993. Now remember, Kruger won as a player at Kansas State, but he's been unable to win as coach of the Sooners, and it is absolutely amazing that they have an 8-point lead here right now.
You know, how big is this? Think about it. If you can beat in 48 hours Iowa State, who's a legitimate top 10 team, and beat Kansas away from home, what a way to start your playing and your performance in the Big 12. I've often said you got to go through Lawrence to win the Big 12. Well, if you come here and beat them, what a big edge that is, that you got that win out of the way, away from home, against a team that doesn't lose at home. They don't lose at home. They got 31 in a row. They have won at home, and Bill Self is 197-9 at home.
Oklahoma with a chance. 8 minutes to go.
There's a little handoff. Teams like to switch on that. Spangler dangerous with the screen because he steps back. A lot of times the screener is the most dangerous player on the floor.
Under pressure at the shot clock buzzer, and the Jayhawks come down.
Did a good job defensively. They didn't take a bad shot at the end there.
Graham, yes, the bounce, and it's down to 6.
Nice play by Graham. Squared his body really well. I'll tell you one thing. The one thing I love about this crowd, they get behind their team or they're behind. A lot of teams, they fall behind. The crowd sits on their hands.
Buddy Hield, and the Jayhawks coming back. They can make it a 4-point.
Oh, what a great look.
Will do just that. A 4-point game.
They doubled up on the post, and Ellis, with his experience, poised, patient, put points on the board, the 3 Ps, as he found the open man. They doubled him up, and he found the open trailer.
Spangler, Jayhawk ball again. Graham coming on Spangler, and a foul is called.
Graham created that foul opportunity, a little shake and bake move. This crowd is special, man. This is special. They're getting a little rattled right now, Oklahoma. A little rattled. I'll just let you know this, Brent. Last year,
they need Cousins, I think, on the floor, and here he comes. They need Isaiah Cousins, and Kruger's got him up right now.
Well, he's going to start having to make shots. He's 0 for 8 right now, but he gives him good floor leadership. But I'll tell you this, last year they were down 20 at the half. They took a 7-point lead with 3 minutes to go, and they lost by 8. You talk about spurts. They got to see if they can close out the deal now.
And it's a 2-point game.
Well, here's where the star has to rise. Your buddy Hield, your team needs you right now. And look at Mason. He's getting the crowd. He's a cheerleader. He's a defensive stopper. He's pushing them way out.
Spangler with a high screen, and it fouls on Mason.
That was a good call by Self. He definitely put an elbow on him. Not fouling, so they're not in the foul situation, not the bonus yet. See, Mason pushed him way out, Brent. He's trying to get him isolated. They're trying to spread the floor. That's a screen. Oh,
Ellis jumped out, knocked out. Here comes Mason. He's in on Cousins. Got an open Selden. We're tied.
What a terrific look. Transition. They need a TO, baby. They got one. This is the loudest I have ever seen an arena in my 37 years. This is the loudest. I cannot believe it.
You know, is this the golden age of this part of the world? The Royals win the World Series. The Chiefs have won 10 in a row. They're going to the NFL playoffs. And they're rocking and rolling again in Lawrence, Kansas.
Well, it's a great place to be if you're a fan out here now. Like to celebrate. Look at this play right here. Great look, great vision. Tremendous job. Sullivan got that layup. Look at this here. Oh, do they love their Jayhawks? Do they love their Jayhawks?
The battle for number one. Jayhawks tie it with an 8-0 run.
It's tough to hear you, partner. I'll tell you that. It's tough to hear you. Cousins hasn't made a shot yet. He's got to make a shot or two.
Pull up. First basket of the night. Good call, Dick. Stops the bleeding.
That was a big timeout coming back and getting that score because momentum certainly on the side of the Jayhawks.
Graham knocked away and out of bounds. 17 on the shot.
Every situation where we saw Kansas make a little run here in the second half, Oklahoma's found a way, whether it be Spangler or whether it be Hield, to come up with a big play. In this sequence, it was Cousins.
Mason has it knocked away. Latin was there. Feed out to Hield. Hield on the run. He's on the free throw line.
He's a guy, if you're an Oklahoma fan, you want to see him on the free throw line, a 90% shooter. See, right there, they answered again. Another run by Kansas. Good defensive play, and then a breakout by Hield.
And Traylor limping just a little bit. That's
he's been
foul number 4.
He's been a big plus for them.
Team foul number 6 on Kansas. At the line, shooting 2,
Buddy Hield with 29 points tonight.
His stock is rising, man. His stock is rising. And he's got to be exhausted, fatigued, because he has played so hard. He's faced a lot of pressure here. Smiles all the time. Just a great personality. Terrific attitude.
Lucas returns for the Jayhawks, and a limping Traylor will head to the bench.
Well, Lucas gives him that post-up player, down in the box, physical kind of player, experienced. Outstanding staff there for Bill Self.
They changed that foul over there and went to Graham. So Graham picks up the foul and not Traylor. But Traylor had a little bit of an injury, so he's out. And this is Graham maneuvering, pull-up Jay. And good offensive rebound by Lucas off the bench.
Lucas did a great job getting that rebound there. He's a space eater there.
Ellis. And good defense down low for OU with a 4-point lead and 4:15 left.
We're at winning time now. Who will be number 1 at the end of the night?
Taken away.
Turnover. Cousins with the turnover. See, patience now. I'd go to Ellis in the box. I'd go to Ellis down in the post. Get Ellis the ball inside.
Selden off the fake, drives and knocks the 2 down. And it's now a 2-point game.
What a year he's had. You talk about a turnaround from last year. Credits his mom. She's living out here in Lawrence now. Oh, what a strip.
Driving for the tie. And fouled.
Chance to get the lead.
Dick, this is a wonderful play by Graham.
Great play. Here he is right now. Cuts the defense off. The ball goes down. Now he goes to the line. Has a chance to give him the lead, baby. Wow, wow.
We welcome you back, and indeed, Bill Self for president as long as they keep winning. We're deadlocked at 72. But, Dick, we haven't answered the question. The writers in the AP, Kansas, Oklahoma, coaches Oklahoma camp. Who is number 1?
We're going to know in about 3 minutes, but I know who's 1A, Michigan State. Somebody's got to prove to me they can beat them when Valentine is in the lineup. They lost once to Iowa, who's my team of the week, after Iowa beat Michigan State and beat Purdue. But right now, today, if they win this game, whoever wins this game is number 1. Coming down to winning time, you got to give the edge right now, certainly. This crowd is such a valuable sixth man. It's unbelievable how they will never let their team quit.
That's just one of the wonderful crowds in college basketball. They have the lead now. First lead since the first half. Since a minute 10 to play in the first half. Graham with 11 points.
Now we got to see what Oklahoma, if they can respond. Hield, so look at me. I'm telling you one thing. They are playing them so tough to get the ball. Denying them the ball.
Cousins.
Not the shot you want, Brent. That's not the shot you want in that sequence. Not from a guy that's 1 for 10.
Inside of 3 minutes with the lead in the ball.
No self-coaching out outside. He's going to need to stop here. Watch Ellis release the basket after a screen. There he is.
Inside. Coming down now on 6 seconds. 5. Drive. Graham rejected. Loose ball. Battle for it. And Cousins out of bounds. The shot clock, though, down to 1.
I thought he's played really well, Graham has really played well for Kansas. He's hurt his wrist. He's grabbing his wrist.
Mason steps out of bounds. Remember, just a second left. And that will not count. Will not count. There was only 1 second left. You really had to tap it back up. There was less than 1 full second. Self is looking at the clock, but the second could be a fraction of it, and that's what that clock had that time.
Good call.
It's a good call.
It's a good call.
No question.
It's a good call.
2:30, and here we go.
Well, if you're going to go down the wire now, you got to get your guy the ball. Hield's got to get shots. Woodard could certainly make one as well, but they got to get some shots for their key player.
Hield off the iron. Jayhawks with a 1-point lead coming down in the 2-minute mark.
This game has been everything we thought it would be. It has lived up to all the hype. Spangler challenging now Ellis. Showing patience, you're spreading the court. Little 3-2 set.
Mason on the drive, rejected by Latin.
Latin, some defensive player. Great timing.
For the lead, and rattles it in is Woodard, and OU leads it by 2 with a minute 39 remaining.
Every big play they need, Woodard has delivered. In the first half, when it was struggling, he had 2 big threes, hit a big 3 to stop a momentum here in the second half by Kansas, and now right there, another monster 3.
And 17 for the game for Woodard, but watch Latin's play starts it at the defensive end, Dick. No question about what. Watch this.
Tremendous defensive play, rotating over, using the left hand. Most of your great shot blockers block with the left hand because most guys shoot righty. You think over the years, David Robinson, you think of Bill Russell, all with the left hand, great shot blockers. What a terrific game, Brent. This has been one tremendous evening. If you're a hoops fanatic and you love basketball, this has been hoops hysteria at its best.
Great start to the heart of the college basketball season, which to me is always conference play leading up to March Madness. And of course, I want to remind everybody that SportsCenter will come up after us. They'll have some of the highlights that you might have missed from this evening around the country.
I agree with you, Brandon. Separate the pretenders from the contenders now. A lot of teams have loaded up on cupcakes and have these gaudy records, but now you get into conference play, you got to show what you're really made of. And that's what happens. This would be a major win, major for Oklahoma, from the fact that they haven't won here since '93, but more than that, to beat Iowa State and Kansas in 48 hours would give you the leg up on the conference play.
OU leading by a pair.
About time.
Ellis.
That's where I would go with the ball in the post. Great second
effort. Miss and ties it.
I would go to him more often. They got to get the ball in deep to Ellis. Good things happen when he gets the ball. Spreading the court, trying to get a little isolation going. Uh-oh. At the 3 perimeter players, Cousins, Woodard.
Woodard fires the 3 ball. Mason rebounds the miss.
And if I'm Kansas, I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to make Spangler have to play defense on Ellis in the box. down in the post. I'm going to make him
Exactly
have
what
to
they're
play
doing.
it there.
Turn baseline, yes, just what you said, Dick. And Ellis with 20 points and a 2-point lead, coming down on 30 seconds. Timeout.
Incredible electricity in this building. Unbelievable energy, spirit, passion. If you can't love this, there's something wrong, man. You're not real. There's something wrong. Look at this. This is the best of the best. I love it, Brett. Love being here with you.
That's
a
been
Hall
great,
of
man.
Famer, man.
It's been great, Dick.
We're supposed to be sleeping now. We're 76 years old. Oh, look at Ellis down in the box. Get up the ball there. Good things happen. Great second effort. Look at Bill Self. You're looking at a guy who's trying to get his first win. Are you kidding me? He's only won 11 consecutive Big 12s. There's a little turnaround jumper. I told you, good things happen when he touches the ball in deep. '20 and 11 for Mr. Ellis. I don't want it to end. Do we have an overtime? Let's have an overtime.
We
This
might.
is too good. This is too good. Nobody wants to leave. Let's stay here all night. All right, now there's Mason denying the ball to Hield. He's going to make him chase away out here. Look, look, look. He's holding him. You can't let him hold him. The ref's got to watch that. Little isolation, one-on-one. He'll try to shoot over him with his size. Oh, he made him take a tough shot.
Fouled him on his shot.
That was a tough
2 free throws, 90% at the line. Buddy Hield can tie this game with 21 seconds remaining.
I'll tell you, Frank Mason III has made a fan out of me. He has taken this challenge. Good balance defensively. Look at him move his feet. Never let him beat him. I mean, that was a tough, tough shot there.
Buddy Hield with 31 tonight. 32.
Isn't that the way it's supposed to be? The star take the shot at the end. Whenever you watched on a collegiate level, we had all these great players over the years, the Magics, the Birds. They would want the ball. Great players want the ball when the game's on the line. Great rotation. They can hold for the last shot. Usually the home club gets the advantage on the terms of the home club in overtime. Right now, they're going to have to defend Ellis. Spangler's going to have to defend him. They're trying to spread the court.
Coming down to 5 seconds. They got to go. Mason. And now a whistle. Is there a foul call by over the back on Lucas?
Oh!
Over the back.
Whoa!
Oklahoma.
Don't get a technical, Bill. Wow!
Coming to the other end here. Buddy Hield with a big conversation with Latin. Now Latin goes over to Kruger. Latin with 10 rebounds, a career high.
He's done a great
2.1.
job. He's done a terrific job defensively. I see a free throw shooter. I have the number in front of me, Latin.
Timeout has been called.
Latin's been some big plays on the defensive side. He really has.
You know, Dick, this is, you said it, this game is as good as it gets. The crowd is reacting, not to you being on camera, but they have seen a replay, and they do not think there was a foul there.
Well, they reacted to me. They didn't like the idea when I was hugging and talking to Buddy Hield before the game. But anyway, Latin right now is a 52% shooter on the free throw line. So that could be a big plus for Kansas. 52%. Right now, a chance for a win if he can convert here and break that unbelievable streak where they haven't won here since '93. What a, Brent, I can't describe anymore what an electric night it's been and what a terrific, terrific game.
Oh, it's been great having you here at Allen.
Great
now,
being with
I
you.
want to take another look at this, Dick, because I heard the crowd react to it. Lattin's been tremendous on the glass. Let's just take a look at this.
Over the top, there it is.
Well, I guess my question would be, was there a foul earlier on Graham driving to the glass? All right, that's my only.
A lot of people would say, let him play the overtime there, but if he fouled him, a foul's a foul.
Right, so here we go, 2.1 remaining.
There'll be a little nervous time right now in Oklahoma and in Kansas.
Missed it. Lucas rebound at the buzzer. We got overtime. We still don't know who's number one.
We still don't know. We got another 5, man. Another 5. Oh, what a night. We could go all night long, as Lionel Richie would say. All night long, baby.
Oklahoma with a golden opportunity at the free throw line.
Lock it up. They could have locked it up. Could have had to jump on that bus and celebration galore. But now they're going to fight and battle for 5 more minutes.
But the Jayhawks battle back, and they have their veteran leadership. Perry Ellis, the main man.
Perry Ellis, let him work him down inside. Watch the second effort. Great second effort. Then the next possession, they say, let's go to our big horse. And he delivers. Gets the touch inside. He will make somebody's NBA roster. And I know he's not even being talked about first round, but he'll be a second round pick and make somebody's roster. Come to play, off the bench, 10, 12 minutes a night. What a college environment. Just fantastic.
Now, Buddy Hield said that one of the reasons why he came back to play for Coach Kruger as a senior, he said, I've got some unfinished business. And part of that was the fact, he said, I've never won at Allen.
Positive way.
Let's go to Holly Rowe.
Guys, it is deafening here on the court. In that last huddle, Lon Kruger struggling to be heard. His players were having to lean in, even trying to hear the last instructions. I was standing right in the huddle, and all I could hear was Lon Kruger saying, let's go win this. We've got to drive the ball, look for more penetration.
Holly, you're earning your money today. Holly, you're earning your cash on that sideline. We can't hear a thing here. We're looking at each other.
Jayhawks with the first possession of overtime in front of their bench.
Right now, you got to suck it up, Oklahoma, and can't think about what could have been and should have been and would have been. You got to try to lock it up.
Ellis again.
Can't be stopped once he gets inside there and he gets in that post position. You got to push him off that box. You can't allow him a line there.
Woodard for the tie, tap back, good. Off the miss, went right to the rim. Deadlocked again.
Nobody blocked out. One of the lost arts in college basketball. Part of your defensive scheme, you want to make sure the final phase is to block out.
Ellis kicks back, and here's Mason. Pull up off to the left, and what a game Woodard has played here tonight. Got the defensive rebound, unbelievable. Cousins drives on Graham, gets inside.
That's a big play by Cousins. He's very capable. He's been doing it all year long, but he's had really a subpar night for him. He came up big right there.
OU with a 2-point lead.
It's like a championship fight, man. I hit you, you hit me.
An offensive foul.
Illegal screen. Illegal screen. They're calling a lot of those this year. One's point of emphasis. I've never seen Bill Self this animated like he is here tonight. He is really so animated, wants this so badly.
Now they need the Jayhawks. Any kind of a defensive stop. The Sooners looking for that field goal. Spangler bobbles. Loose ball on the floor. Diving for it. And it's a held ball. And that goes to Oklahoma on the possession.
They got away with one. He'll walk with the ball. He'll walk on that drive to the goal. When he passed the basketball, he's driving, he definitely walked. He got away with that in the NBA, but he shouldn't have got away with it here. Watch this right here. Oh, that's the jump ball situation, which don't get me started on that. Alternate possession. That's ridiculous. Teams make great defensive plays, and now he goes that way because of an arrow.
Spangler steps out. Hield twists.
Are you
It's a
serious?
4. What a move by Buddy Hield.
What a tremendous one-on-one maneuver. Got him isolated in a one-on-one scenario, reverse layup.
Selden drives, cuts the lead in half.
Every time Hield comes up with the big play, Selden matches him. It's like Ali and Frazier, man. I hit you, you hit me. Heavyweight championship. Got a mismatch here, size-wise. Should beat him with quickness.
Woodard on a feed, kick back out, Buddy Hield. Yes!
Show me a better offensive player in a major
A
power
5-point lead with that 2:17 to go. Buddy Hield's career high here tonight. 38 for Hield.
Well, remember what he said. I came back. I've never won in Lawrence.
2 minutes to go and trailing by 5 in overtime. Make it 3. Graham knocks it down. Now it's OU's turn.
What big-time players want to make clutch shots and deliver.
Woodard under heavy pressure that time, and here comes Graham with the Jayhawks down 3.
Now you got to think about posting up inside. He wants to shoot the 3.
He thought about it.
Yep.
Now he's going to go for it. Deadlock!
Why not? Why not? Everything's going his way. He's been sensational all night. Spangler's really been quiet. Spangler has really been quiet.
1 minute remaining.
Cousins against Ellis. Kick back now, deadlocked at 86. A minute left in overtime. Now it's ticking down. Buddy Hield threw it away.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
47.9 Jayhawk basketball.
Take a look right here. Look at Ellis stepping back on that 3. Came into this game shooting 9 for 17.
Jayhawks give it back.
Forced the turnover, get the rock back.
Coming down inside of 40 seconds. Oklahoma wants a timeout.
Means the Jayhawks will get the ball. The Jayhawks will get the ball back.
They got 25 on the shot. 37.9 left in the game. Dick, we've been tied 8 times. Here we are at 86 in overtime.
Let's go another overtime. Why not? We're not going anywhere. Let's go another OT. But right now, you know they want to get the ball in the hands of Hield. I mean, that's the guy, because he can create a foul scenario with his driving ability. He is sensational. He is better than advertised. Look at this move right here. Well, drop step, reverse layup. Tell me he's not going to be able to play at the next level. He's an absolute superstar. Wow. Incredible.
A high-scoring game that went into overtime, now with 172 points.
Almost matches our age. but I'll tell you this, Spangler's been quiet.
Yes.
He's been quiet. When he got in foul trouble.
And he took that break and he came back and didn't get into the shooting rhythm. And I want to remind you again about Super Tuesday. Because if you haven't seen Ben Simmons, you want to take a look at him. Dick Vitale's got him as a strong candidate for Player of the Year. And, of course, up against number 9, Kentucky.
Yeah.
So that's a beauty at 9 o'clock tomorrow night.
I'll tell you one thing, Kentucky, still to me, the class of the SEC. Take a look at my all Rolls-Royce team right there. When I'm talking about Rolls-Royce, these players would be my leading candidates for Player of the Player of the Year. Kid Felder, all he did was 38 against Michigan State, 37 against Washington, 30 on Virginia. He's up there, leads the nation in assists, and he's one of the top scorers in America.
Where are the Jayhawks?
Balance. They got balance. Kay Felder, man, remember that name.
Holly, what went on in the Jayhawk huddle?
Self wanted to let his team know, look, we need one stop, one rebound. They have to do a better job on Buddy Hield. The one shot they can't have is a Buddy Hield 3. But he said, hey, when we get the ball back, everybody calm down. We've got a timeout. We're going to set something up, so be calm when we get the ball back.
What a magnificent performance by the athletes on both Oklahoma and Kansas. Fabulous night. Tied in overtime. And Spangler wanted it down low, and they couldn't get it to him. Ellis with good defense down low.
They got to bring the ball over to Hield.
Isaiah pulls it up, misses, and Graham battles, and now it's last shot time.
Ellis time. Ellis time. I don't think that's the shot you wanted Cousins there in that scenario.
7.5 seconds and a timeout. Deadlocked at 86.
I don't know about you, Grant, but I don't think that's the option you wanted in that sequence. Cousins taking that last shot. You got shooters there. You got to get the ball in Hield's hands, and he could have made something happen off the bounce. Maybe create a foul situation. It's been a struggle for Cousins.
And you watch this defense over here, and you can see Buddy Hield. And Mason has done such a fabulous job on him. Look at him hounding number 24. He does not even touch it, and that's because of Mason, who was all over him.
He's been doing that the entire afternoon, it's evening rather, and somehow, some way, Hield's been able, once he got the ball, to make something happen. Kansas right now, to me, you run it right down to the end, and you try to get the ball into Ellis. It's got to be Ellis. I mean, you got to go to your guys that are productive. And they haven't been able to answer him defensively. Selden give it a fist to the announcers. He's feeling confident. Here we go.
Ellis with the ball. Fires.
Oh, they got the ball back.
Jayhawks ball with 2.4. That's time. They can get a shot off here.
Well, remember, people, the clock doesn't start until someone touches the ball on the floor. I thought Ellis shot the ball.
They're going to go over and, well, they're going to go over and take a look at this stick. I had questions, and the officials are over at the table now.
Making sure the right time.
Just to make sure.
How much time is left?
The call on the floor is right because it went off Woodard's hands.
You got to make sure the clock is right. Well, no matter what happens here, it's been a great, great night for us here. The fans are the beneficiaries of this, watching this. I thought he shot the ball a little bit too soon. And to me, he's much more effective in that scenario, catching the ball down in that post.
You can just imagine how tired many of these fellas are on the floor all night. I mean, they're exhausted.
Especially a kid like Hield, the minutes he's played and being, you know, hunted down like he is on that floor. Mason deserves a lot of credit no matter what Hield has scored. His effort trying to keep the ball away from him at crucial moments. No doubt, these two teams are special.
Well, they'll play again, obviously, in Norman. They could play in the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City. And who knows when March Madness starts.
I thought it went off number 10. Would it?
Jayhawk ball.
And maybe they're thinking maybe the ball might have rolled off Lucas's back. Now the ball's Jayhawk ball.
Mason will take it out of bounds with 2.4.
Well, you know, with that long delay, Bill Self had a lot of time to set up a play right here, too. And watch Ellis roll into that basket. Watch them flipping that ball. Sometimes the guy throwing the ball in bounds is the most dangerous guy, stepping back.
Selden fires for the win. Double overtime.
Wow. Wow. Are you serious? We get overtime? Are you serious? I'm calling John Wildhack. I want to get a little overtime. I want to get a little overtime.
He had a look, Dick.
Got it to the right shooter in terms of perimeter shooter, even though I would like to see the ball go more inside. But Selden's been a shooter all year. That went to their star. Hield tried to keep him away, but he got the open look.
Let's check in with Holly.
Well, the last thing Bill Self of Kansas said to Wayne Selden after that timeout, Wayne, drive the ball when you get it inbounds. I don't know if Selden thought that he took too long to get open, that he didn't have enough time to put the ball on the ground, but Bill Self wanted him going hard to the basket, not pulling up for that three.
I like Coach Rowe, man. She knows her hoops. Put the ball on the ground, take it to the goal. That's what they should have done to get the ball to Hield. Even though he's being denied, you set a screen, get him the ball, and let him go one-on-one. It's so easy sitting here, isn't it, than it is over there. And really, I've been undefeated, man. I've coached over 1,000 games in 37 years. I've never lost a game.
As we head to double overtime, Buddy Hield with 38 points, a career high. Perry Ellis, 25 points, a dozen rebounds.
What a doubleheader tonight. We have Bryce Johnson, Sean, and Doris Burke talked about his performance. Had like 39 for Carolina, and here's Hield with 38. What a great way to start Big Monday.
Our second OT.
Spangler's got to give him a little lift now. He has really been a non-factor the last 10 or 12 minutes. He's got to get more active right here.
Hield, yes, a three-point lead.
He's over 40 now. What a performance. You talk about a PT pair being solid goal in a big moment on a stage with so many on. Wow. Observant, just incredible.
Graham.
You make a deuce or three, I come back, we make one.
Woodard, they lead by 3 again, the Sooners.
What a shootout. What a shootout. Big plays being made all over the floor. Woodard's been terrific all night, Brent. He's been terrific. See if he can get a stop here.
Ellis inside to Lucas, and a foul. Lucas will shoot a pair.
There's another example of the double up on Ellis, and he finds the open man. He's an excellent passer down in that low post. And that's why I said earlier, good things happen. Watch this. They're going to double him up right here. As soon as they double up, he's looking right there. I mean, just tremendous basketball savvy. That's coaching too, man. Coaches having players in the right spot on the floor.
First point of the game for Lucas. Pulls the Jayhawks to within 2.
Trying to get the ball back. You got to block out on that lane.
Chance now to tie it with a 2 or take the lead with a tray.
All the little things could come back to haunt you. Not blocking out.
Ellis on the deck. Tap back. Yes, we're tied again. Lucas tapped it in.
Great offensive rebound. Again, no one blocking out.
Mason pounding Hield. Now doubled, back outside. Latin, not a perimeter
Look
threat.
at Mason working. Oh,
Hield's
is he working?
three, no.
Mason, what a job.
And OU gets it back, but there's a foul. It's on Woodard.
I don't know if Spangler's hurting or not, but we're not seeing the kid that we saw earlier in this game with his aggressive style of play. He's been very passive.
You know, he was shaken up on Saturday.
I know they bumped the knee.
And you've watched it. He's pretty heavily wrapped on that left leg.
Because he looked really brilliant earlier in the game, but the last 15 minutes or so, he's been just very passive. Like, don't want the ball.
Lucas gives the Jayhawks a lead in double overtime, 93-92. He's carrying the load scoring right now.
He came up big, Lucas. The big tip in, free throws. He's got to be fresh compared to some of these guys because he was on the bench quite a bit.
A 2-point lead, 2:53.
Let's see if Oklahoma can answer. Boomer Sooner, can they answer?
No foul on the outside. It's on Graham.
That's his fourth.
That is number 4.
Oh, all these clubs do a great job creating their own shots off the dribble. A lot of teams cannot do that, don't have that kind of personnel.
Woodard can tie it.
Oh, he put this rhythm up there, the ref. He's an 89% free throw shooter.
This is for the tie.
Right now he's going for the tie.
The first one they waved off.
They waved the first one off, yeah.
So now we're tied.
Tied, yep.
Had to make that 3, yeah.
They waved the first one off. One that makes a defensive stop is going to have a chance to win. Neither club's been able to stop the other club. Get the ball offensively and be able to score.
Selden on the drive. Battle for the rebound. Loose ball. Spangler. 2:13, deadlocked at 94.
Well, they got the defensive stop they wanted. Now they're going to be able to convert. Good timeout right there. Get them settled down.
With 19 on the shot and 2:02. Coach Kruger calls a timeout. Deadlocked at 94 in our second overtime in Allen Fieldhouse. It has been an amazing night. And the argument over who's number 1 continues here in our second overtime. You'd be very tempted to have one at number 1 and the other at 1A, wouldn't you, after watching the effort we've seen from these two terrific college basketball teams tonight?
Well, it's hard to simply say, you know, one's better than the other until they play on a neutral floor. Certainly this is a big advantage and a big edge for the Jayhawks playing here because their fans in this unbelievable electrical environment gives them an incredible edge. But Oklahoma's kids have battled, they've shown tenacity, toughness mentally, emotionally been strong. A lot of teams, once they lose a lead like they had to a team like Kansas, they usually, it's lights out, it's over, the party's done. They've been able to answer the challenges every time.
OU basketball, 19 seconds on the shot, 2:02 on the game in our second overtime.
When I think of OU, I think of one guy, Wayman Tisdale. Lost his life too early in a battle against cancer. And all I could say is also my friend would be saying right now, my buddy, Stuart Scott, booyah, booyah for today. Rest in peace, Stewart. It's 1 year since we lost him. Spangler now. Nice pass.
Latin. Loose. Jayhawk basketball.
The open shot right there. He's not really a shot maker. He's a defensive guy. Got to block shots. You got to know who your players are. You got to know their strengths.
Ellis is open. And Spangler rebounds it. Here come the Sooners.
You got to know your options on the floor, Brent. It's very important for players to understand strengths and weaknesses of their teammates. And you want to go to the guys that can make shots here at winning time.
Woodard off the dribble fires. Spangler's going to come out.
Woodard can make shots.
And Graham knows it. Inside of 10 on the shot.
Uh-oh.
For the lead, short. Spangler and a shot clock violation.
Great
102 shot clock violation.
Terrific defensive effort right there by Kansas. To make that, you look at Woodard and those kids, they can barely stand up. They are physically, emotionally exhausted. Here we go. Spreading the court.
Selden won't stay down. Spangler.
Good rebound right there. Spangler showed a little life giving up with that rebound.
Inside of 40 seconds. Deadlocked at 94.
There's Mason with the challenge on Hield. They'd like to get a screen on him.
Drive. Tap. Loose ball. Ellis to the floor. And up with it is Mason. Over now to Selden. Final 14 seconds of our second overtime.
Here we
Last
go.
shot time.
Spreading the court.
7 seconds left.
He's going to penetrate off the bounce.
Mason pull up. And we go to a third overtime.
Oh, wow. This is incredible. Cannot believe it. One of the great games that you and I have been involved in many, many a year.
Absolutely, Dick.
I'm exhausted.
I want to take a look at the Jayhawks' last possession. They had plenty of time when they came down here, Dick.
Yeah, they did. He was trying to get a little isolation in the lane, the clock coming down. He was trying to get some penetration and looked to dump it off. He could have dumped it off to Ellis. Kids all trying to make good plays. They all want to win, play their hearts out.
Let's check in now with Holly on the Oklahoma sideline. Holly?
Well, guys, how much is left in the tank of these Sooners? Their big four play so many minutes. In fact, Buddy Hield played all 40 minutes in their Saturday opener against Iowa State. 40 highly intense minutes. Now he's being asked to play in a triple overtime. How much gas is left in this Sooner tank?
It's amazing the effort to play Iowa State like they did and to come here in an incredible environment and give everything you have trying to get a win. We got 5 more minutes to determine who will leave as Uno #1.
Holly gave that stat. We should point out that Buddy Hield has played 49 of the 50 minutes here tonight. We're deadlocked at 94 as we start OT number 3.
My admiration and respect for him is grown unbelievable. I knew he was a very good player, man, but I didn't know he was this good. He has got it. You know, some people have it. You can't define it. You have it. It. It's not a preposition there either.
You know, Dick, the last great overtime game we did was Stanford and UCLA. Tiger Woods,
yeah, Tiger
seated alongside. Jim Plunkett was over there.
Yeah.
And Stanford came down and pulled it out with a tray.
Yep. I remember that.
Beat Steve Lavin and UCLA that night. It was unbelievable. But he Hield on the drive, kicked back now. Here's Hield, three's off the iron, and Lucas, who has played some strong minutes since coming in overtime with the defensive rebound.
Yeah, he came in for trailing, got hurt. He's given him a physical presence, rebounded, he's tipped in shots, made a couple of good free throws, and he's a big screener, like right there. Oh, he got fouled, 4-point play. Oh, that was created by the screen by Lucas. Lucas' big body created that opportunity. That will not show in the scorebook. That guy, number 33, came up with a big screen right there. He's hunting, makes the screen, and there's the jumper. What a big play. 31 in a row they've won at home. Will it be 32?
A three-point lead for the Jayhawks.
Nice rebound by Spangler. He's capable of stretching the defense and shooting free. He hasn't taken a shot in a long time, Spangler.
Not looking for it either. But he Hield off the drive and scoops inside of Lucas and cuts it to one.
He's so uncanny. He has every maneuver you can want on the drive to the goal. Mr. Versatility. And he's got the challenge of playing Selden on the defensive end. He's so exhausted.
That's a fourth foul now. And Graham goes to the floor. By the way, that's 43 points for Buddy Hield.
That's a danger time of someone getting hurt because the kids are so physically exhausted. Win or lose, there should be a standing ovation for both these teams after this game.
No question.
A standing ovation.
It's been a magnificent sporting event.
I think part of missing those free throws is fatigue.
No question.
You shoot with your legs as well as you follow through. Fatigue's played a factor. These kids are absolutely exhausted. We can see it right in front of us. Hands on the knees, that's another sign.
(98-96) Kansas. Inside of 4 minutes.
Does Oklahoma have an answer? Mason really pushes it way out. Spangler has not looked for a shot in ages.
Woodard on the drive, gives it off down to Latin, who ties it.
Nice play by Woodard. He created that opportunity with his driving ability. He's so underrated, the kid Woodard. They spread the court. Great spacing by both these teams.
Ellis on the drive, and he's fouled. Latin was the defender who fouled him.
We're going to watch Woodard right now create the opportunity for Latin with his driving ability. He draws two people to him, and then Latin with the layup on the glass.
.313 remaining in our third overtime. Ellis with 25 points tonight. This is only his third free throw.
He's a 78% free throw shooter.
Buddy Hield's over here just saying it. He's saying it's tough. It's just exhausting. I mean, I can't believe how well these fellas have played. Just keep it up. It's 198. Jayhawks lead it by 2.
And the crowd gets alive. Oh. You see, Spangler hasn't shot the ball in a long time.
Cousins short on the iron. Woodard battles, loose ball, floor. Jayhawks, and Graham is fouled.
Woodard was diving, hustling, scrapping, clawing, trying to come up with that loose ball. Comes up a little short on the shot. Now watch Woodard trying to keep it alive. He's going to dive now on the floor. Oh, there's the contact on Graham.
Both teams are just exhausted.
Absolutely. Free throw shooting's going to be big right now down the stretch. Brent, big free throws, you're going to win the game.
2:53 remaining. Graham comes up. Jayhawks lead it by 2. Make it 3.
I'll tell you this, who wins this game, they have flat out earned it. They have earned the right to be number 1. And the other club should be 1A.
And now it's a 4-point advantage, 2:53.
Now you start to get the must time, must score, must score. It's a big possession. It's a big possession right now for Oklahoma. Might be that big one they're faced with.
Woodard to Spangler. Tap back by Latin. No, loose. Latin digs it out. Here's Buddy Hield. The 3. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
oh
A 1-point game. 102-101.
What a great individual performance by Hield. Should have had the layup with Spangler, but they come up with 3.
He's put 46 up. He's having an Oscar Robertson kind of night.
And he's still talking, smiling, enjoying playing. I'd enjoy playing too if I had that ability. Let's see what I can do defensively here.
Mason rattles. OU basketball. They can take the lead. It was Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield on the glass. It's got a little one-on-one now to try to get a screen.
Lucas helps. They seal it up. Here's Latin. OU takes the lead.
And the reason Latin got free was the help by Lucas on Hield. And Hield recognized that, and Latin converted the layup. What a tenacious team, Oklahoma. Every time Kansas seems to get away, they come back and make plays. Oh, this is unbelievable tonight.
Booyah. Oklahoma with the last 5 points with a 103-102 lead over the Jayhawks here in the 3rd overtime. Here are the last 2 possessions. Great dig out, and Buddy Hield knocked the 3-ball down, Dick, on that first one.
Well, he created space with a little head fake, and there he is with the pass. The double team came his way. I did a 5 overtime game about a year or 2 ago with Dan Schulman. Dan and I, it was unbelievable, Louisville and Notre Dame, but it wasn't the high level at stake like this here tonight. 46 big points, and everyone needed, everyone a must point. You know, some guys, I'm not taking away, you still score 40, is great, but you score 40 and win by 20 is a different thing.
Let's go to Holly.
Well, Bill Self in the huddle has just drawn up a play for the Kansas Jayhawks that has 4 different options, so everything is a possibility, keeping it wide open. Remember the great chop play they ran in 2008 to win a national championship? A similar type play with many options. But the last thing he just told his team, every loose ball must be ours. Hustle matters down the stretch.
I like that. I like that Coach Rowe right there about hustle, scrap, claw. And Hield's got to play Selden, too. So, I mean, it's not like he's relaxing on the defensive end.
Jayhawks are down a point. Selden on a curl. Wraps it up. They lead by a point with 1:13 to go.
Well, Selden showing why he's been a PTP all year. Makes the big play right there. Here we go, under a minute coming up. Lucas going to try to give help.
Woodard, yes, the 3-ball. And OU leads again on another huge 3 by Woodard, 106-104.
You know, obviously he's being outshined by the performance by Hield, but Woodard's been a star also.
The floater, short, tap, no. OU clears it, and the traveling call. And it's Jayhawk basketball with 46 seconds to go. Kansas down a deuce.
Amazing thing, this could have been all done about 40 minutes ago. Made free throw with like 1 second to go by Latin. We've been out of here. Unbelievable drama. Talk about drama.
And Woodard fouls Mason. That's number 4.
Not a good play right there. We'd like to have that back.
So Mason will shoot for the tie at the free throw line.
What respect these kids have to have for each other. Unbelievable respect in every way possible, the effort we've witnessed here tonight. Mason's going to sleep well tonight, man. After having Chase Hield all over this court. Wow, I think you're going to sleep well, too.
For the tie. Rattles out. A 1-point OU lead. Timeout.
Timeout here.
It's been called by Kruger.
25 left on the shot clock. That means again that Kansas will get the ball back. Is there any doubt you're going to spread the court and you want the ball in Hield's hands? Any doubt, somehow, some way, you want to win or lose with your star having the rock at the end of the game?
What a magnificent evening we've had here in Lawrence, Kansas. You know, I knew it was going to be good, Parker, but I had no idea what we were in for here tonight.
I am shocked that it's been this good. It's been, I'm telling you, I can't think of a game. Well, Duke beat Carolina one year, a number of overtimes. Capel hit a big shot when Duke was down that year. And Carolina, that was magnificent. But this is unreal because it's two teams coming in number one. Last time that happened was Wisconsin, Ohio State. I believe it was 2008, and Ohio State won that game 49-48. They were each number one in the two different polls.
Oklahoma with the ball and a 1-point lead.
Not going down. There it is. They're going to go with their star. That's what I thought they would do.
But he spins, knocked away. Jayhawk ball. Here comes Graham. Graham drives, and the foul is called. That's on Woodard.
See when he spun?
That is his fifth. And so Woodard, who had a magnificent game with 15.2 seconds, leaves. He scored 27 points here tonight.
He could barely walk off the court. He is so exhausted. He did a terrific job. That ball came away from Hield when he made that spin move. Defense rotated over. He lost control of the ball. And here it is. It would be a shame if the game ended like that because he's made every play possible to give his team a chance to win.
Walker replaces the young man.
Ron Kruger told me one of the reasons they're all so excited about this year, they were heartbroken when they lost to Michigan State last year in the Sweet 16.
We're tied at 106.
You got to block out now in the lane in the event he misses this. Little fundamentals like that could come back to haunt you. There's Kansas.
Jayhawks lead it. 15 seconds for Oklahoma.
Going for number 32 in a row. Have not lost here.
Timeout by Kruger with 11.9. So, Dick, you're going to do the same thing? Back through Hield?
You got to go to Hield. You got to find a way to screen, and Hield's going to want the ball. He's talking to coach here now. It's a matter, though. I mean, if somebody's open, obviously you got to get the ball, but you got to put it in Hield's hands somehow, some way.
I saw Holly Rowe hustling over
to
to that
find out what's happening in the huddle.
So, Dick, we had 13 lead changes tonight, and we were tied 13 times. We're coming down to the end of the third overtime, 11.9, and it has been a magnificent college basketball game, no matter who wins or loses.
I'm telling you, everybody watching tonight and everybody that's in this arena should give these kids one incredible standing ovation, playing their hearts out, playing with such passion, such pride, such feeling. This is a game you have in your memory bank for many a year, and we'll talk about it.
And nobody seems to have left this arena. Spectacular crowd here tonight.
Let's see if Oklahoma has one more spectacular play left in the tank to put an end to that winning streak. And remember, they have not won here since 1993. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Hield's going to throw the ball in bounds and they want to get it right back. Oh!
They turned it over.
Oh!
Here comes Mason. Fouled by Buddy Hield.
Unfortunately, the last few plays, Hield with the spin, and now the inbounds of the ball. Really sad in a way because the kid has been absolutely a 3S man. Super scintillating, sensational. Nobody stepped to the ball. Couldn't get the ball in bounds. Ball was deflected. And then the foul. Look at the harassment. Great play right there by Selden. Tremendous defensive play on the ball. Wow.
Year after year after year.
You better go through Lawrence. They've won 11 consecutive Big 12 titles. Not much more you can say, man. Not much more you can say. It's a play ball. Still 7 seconds on that clock. 1 versus 1. First time since 2008. The only second time that's ever happened. And number 1, the 2 different polls. AP poll and the coaches poll. Who do you give the edge to what poll? The writers or the coaches? I know you go with the journalists. Being a fine journalism major at Northwestern.
Actually, I go with my friends in the desert.
Your friends in the desert.
7.9 remaining.
Big free throws here, but remember, even if he converts both, now you got a chance for a 3. But if I'm Kansas, I don't let them shoot a 3. I'll tell you why. A team that shoots 46% from the 3, I wouldn't let them take that opportunity to shoot the 3.
So 8.6 now on the clock. The officials checked over there. We have 8.6. Woodard just played his heart out here tonight.
He did. Tremendous.
As all these fellas have. You know.
Even Cousins having a bad night shooting.
No question.
Kids still played hard.
Here comes Mason defensively. Defensively, how he hounded the inbounds pass over there. He took Buddy Hield here in the second half, did an unbelievable job against a great score.
Yeah.
And now he has put the Jayhawks up by 2 with 8.6. So whether it's going to be a 3 or a 2 at the other end depends on this next free throw.
Yeah, Mason did a great job.
It's a 3-point lead, and OU has 8.6 remaining.
Here's what I would do, man. I would pressure the basketball to take some time off the clock. And as they advance the ball, I would not allow them to shoot a 3, because as a team, they shoot as well as anybody in America from the 3. Make them make the foul shots, make them, but it has to be under 5 seconds. So take some time off with some token pressure. Look at the way they shoot the 3s. I mean, 45% as a team, shooting 50% tonight. I would not give them an opportunity to shoot the trifecta. But Mason made a great play. I might have said Selden earlier. It was Mason that made that defensive play and then converted on the free throw line.
Let's check in with Holly.
Well, guys, the three-point shooting's one thing, but Bill Self also just reminded his team, do not foul the three-point shooter. That's just as deadly right now.
So Bill Self does not want to foul the three-point shooter.
Oh, no, you don't want to foul the three-point shooter. What I'm talking about, you foul the guy to give him 2 free throws. Don't let him shoot a 3. He's talking about don't foul the three-point shooter shooting the ball.
Spangler knocked away, Buddy Hield fires. And Jayhawks win a classic.
I'm giving them both a hand, Brad. They were brilliant tonight. They gave us a show that's unbelievable. Great performance by both teams. Great.
109-106. And our Phillips 66 player of the game, Perry Ellis, the veteran, 27 points and 13 rebounds. And the coach, Bill Self, hugging Buddy Hield, coaches from both teams with the players on the other team. Just a magnificent show.
What respect. Look at the hugs. Great respect for one another. Unbelievable. Look at that. Ellis and Hield. Unreal. Poured their hearts out. Gave us a show. It's tough to duplicate this, my friend.
So here is the last play. And it was Bill Self's defense in the end, not giving Oklahoma a good look, staying on top of the shooters, and they win it in 3 overtimes, 109-106, in a classic that will live forever.
Look at the hugs right there. Look at the hugs.
So coming up next is Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt. For Dick Vitale and Holly Rowe, I'm Brent Musburger saying so long from Lawrence, Kansas, where we have just watched a classic won by the Jayhawks in 3 overtimes. Take a deep breath, TV. They're going to bring you back, buddy.